Hi Pisces. Welcome to Dark Goddess Moon Tarot. I'm Olivia, and this reading is going to be for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, or any other major placement that you're working with in your birth chart right now. Even if you're not a Pisces, if this video started automatically playing for you, trust that there are messages in here for you. All right, today's reading, we are going to ask Spirit, what hidden truths need to be revealed right now? What hidden truths need to be, thank you so much, Spirit, need to be revealed right now? Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck, and the cards that flew out, we have the Five of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Moon in reverse. Yeah. So it's like holding on, with the Four of Pentacles, holding on to this feeling of despair, of loss, of pain, of sadness. But this is an illusion based on fear with the Moon in reverse here. That's what needs to come to light, that you're holding on to this pain, but it's an illusion created by your own fear. Fear of the unknown is what I'm getting. So you're holding on. So this could look like you're staying stuck in a romantic relationship or partnership of some sort. It doesn't have to be romantic. That is, and it doesn't have to be a partnership, but this is an example. Staying stuck in an unhappy partnership or relationship or connection because you're afraid of what lies ahead, what the alternatives are. The Wheel of Fortune is here, so change is coming. Fate and fortune. The Lovers in reverse. Yeah, this for a lot of you, this is going to be disharmony in a romantic partnership. That's caused you a lot of sorrow, but you're holding on. You're clinging on to it, Pisces, because you're afraid. Ace of Cups in reverse. Like you're afraid you'll never find love again, or you're afraid you're afraid of being on your own, or you're afraid of starting over, or you're afraid of love itself, or Hanged One in reverse. Maybe you've been overly self-sacrificing and you don't know what a world in which you don't do that looks like. When the Ace of Cups shows up in reverse, oftentimes it's like we are depleting our emotional reservoir. Like it's time to fill your own cup. So you're likely feeling emotionally depleted. If none of this is resonating, this is probably just not your reading. Please do check out your other placements. But if this is resonating, stick around because we're going to get some advice. Perhaps it's time for a new perspective on your options. What's their advice, Spirit? I just felt a card flew out, but I don't see it. My eyes were closed. There's something you don't see. What's their advice? Okay. Well, we're going to start with emotional regulation with King of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck. That's some major advice. Look up some emotional regulation techniques. There are qualified mental health professionals and behavioral therapists who put out content for free on YouTube. Some of you really need to look into some emotional regulation techniques, or if you already are aware of them, tap into them. Maybe you haven't been utilizing them lately. So we also have the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands came out. This is a self-sabotage. You are heavily burdened right now, Pisces, but you're doing it to yourself. Okay? So the the Five of Swords is a card of winning at all costs when it comes to conflict. But what I'm getting here is that this is like an internal deception that you're using as a protection mechanism because you're clinging on to the past because that's what feels familiar. This pain feels familiar. It feels safe to your nervous system. That's why you need to regulate your nervous system and rewire your brain here with the Eight of Swords in reverse and King of Cups in reverse. This is like a need to come out of self-imprisonment and victim mentality. You're choosing to carry the wands on your own, Pisces. That's a choice. Lovers in reverse. That's a choice. Whew. This is really a very truthful reading. I mean, they all are, right? If that's what you ask for, which is what I ask for, a hidden truth to be revealed. So there's a self-sabotaging energy that you're stuck in, where maybe you feel like you have all of these burdens on your shoulders, but you're choosing to carry them. Now, life will hand us burdens that we don't choose. But there's something in the energy here that's like, you're choosing this. You're choosing to stay stuck in emotional dysregulation. You're choosing to keep the blindfold on and keep the ropes that bind you on. Like constricting you. But at any point, you could let the ropes slip off. You could free your hands, grab a sword, and cut the rest of the rope off. Take your blindfold off. At any point, you could set down some of these wands so that you're not carrying everything on your own. At some point, you could ask for help from a therapist, a mental health counselor. Spirit. Spirit wants to help. But you have to work on your emotional regulation first, sweetie. You have to fill your own cup first. You have to stop overly self-sacrificing. Now, if you have children, that's one thing, right? Like, they are your priority. But, Seven of Cups, again, I saw it earlier and I didn't call it out. But, not but, and. So not everyone here watching will have children. But if you do, and this is part of what you feel might be weighing you down, maybe there's something going on that is above or more weight to carry than the average situation. It's time to ask for help. Some of you really need to ask for help in one way or another. Okay. So remember how we talked about the need for emotional regulation with King of Cups in reverse? We also have the Strength card, which is also a call for emotional regulation, taming the beast within. So this could look like having angry outbursts. This could look like shutting down emotionally and withdrawing, which is causing perhaps pain to those around you. It's time to, Queen of Swords, make a decision to set some boundaries for yourself, some healthy boundaries for yourself. Like, if I go on one more negative thought spiral where I'm crying in bed all night, then I'm going to make the decisive decision to get some help, to get a therapist, to to talk to a doctor, to explore your options, I'm hearing. Because if you don't make the decision to alchemize this Eight of Swords energy and this King of Cups in reverse energy, there will be a tower, honey. There will be a tower. There will be destruction in order to rebuild a more stable foundation and a better future, I'm hearing. Okay, Pisces. Can I get any more advice? I just heard shadow work. That is really coming through from Spirit. This is a need to do some shadow work to figure out how you got here in this sort of self-sabotaging place. Yeah, that will bring clarity. We need clarity with the Ace of Swords being in reverse. It's like a block on your truth. Page of Cups. It's time to do some self-exploration when it comes to your emotional regulation. This may look like learning how to set cognitive emotional boundaries. The Queen of Swords is the queen of boundary setting. And boundaries start as rules you have for yourself. Rules and guidelines you have for yourself for your highest good. Setting those boundaries and stepping into that queen energy of maintaining those boundaries internally. That's how you keep them maintained externally, is by going within. Look, the page is looking at the fish, which is representing their intuition. Learning to communicate with their intuition, 1212 on the timer. Fast with the Eight of Wands. There's a need to do this fast or a tower will come, honey. So if something you're doing is not working, if the emotional regulation techniques you've been using aren't working, switch it up. If you've been going to a therapist and it's not working, you might need to switch it up, but I'm not really getting that for most of you. Maybe like one of you needs to hear that, like as confirmation. You would already know. You would already know. Letting the swords fall out. Three of Swords in reverse. Letting them fall out. Removing the obstructions that cause the wounds so that you can begin to heal the wounds. I just heard. Thank you, Spirit. Removing what caused the wounds. And Spirit used the word obstruction. So like something is blocking you from healing. You need to remove it. This could be a relationship. This could be a self-sabotaging behavior. This could be conflict with people in your life. Maybe you don't have a supportive network of people in your life while you do this healing work. Let them go. Because this is not what friendship should look like. This is not what community should look like, or family, work environments. In order to heal, the phrase that just popped in my head was, you cannot heal when you are still in the presence of those who hurt you. For if you're still in the presence of those that caused the harm that you need to heal from. So like this could look like still living with someone even though they've been causing you the heartbreak. Still working a job that's leaving you feeling like the weight that you carry is not only unnoticed, but like almost like I'm getting like mocked a little bit. Oh, wow, that's terrible, Pisces. I'm so sorry if you've been going through that. Your pain is real, but it will only get worse if you don't make these changes. Am I missing something, Spirit? I'm going to switch to a different deck. All of the decks I use will be, for each video I make, are always listed, at least now going forward. Will always be listed in the description of the video, okay? So you can check it out down below if you're interested. Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Oh yeah, we're going to get some clarifiers here. Anything else? Thank you so much. Okay, that's it. The expansion, the shedding snake, time to, I just saw 1616 on the timer. That's an angel number for someone. 1616. The shedding snake, time to shed the old skin. Get rid of that dead weight, honey. Ugh. Get rid of that dead weight. Otherwise, there will be divine intervention, I'm hearing. And the other two cards that popped out, we have death. Get rid of that dead weight. And the Two of Swords. The blinded seal, the blind seal, Two of Swords in reverse. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, so, two different blindfolds in the same reading. Yeah, hidden truths. The moon in reverse. Time to take the blindfold off. It's up to you to make the decision with the Two of Swords. I just saw 1717 on the timer and was told to call that out. You have been avoiding making this choice at the fork in the road. It's like you're at a fork in the road. And you know, like your spirit knows it can't keep going. It can't keep carrying all this dead weight. You have to let something die in order to alchemize. In order to grow, you have to shed some skins. So underneath this card, the Five of Pentacles, Hardship Mountain, this could be letting go of scarcity mindset or lack mentality. Letting go, no, underneath that, no. And then Queen of Cups, Hardship Mountain. For most of you, this is, I think, emotionally related. Emotionally related? Related to your emotions. There's a lot of Cups energy here. In the reverse. So there's like, yeah, there's a lot of negative Cups energy here. So for most of you, this reading is about matters of the heart and of the spirit. What exactly needs to die? What skin needs to be shed? What needs to die is this holding on to the fear of what will happen if you set some of these wands down. What will happen if you set the whole damn bundle down? Burdens. Sometimes they are things in our life, like a shitty job with a boss who is being abusive, really. But sometimes these are generational burdens. Family curses, so to speak. breaking the generational curse, the generational cycle of self-sabotage, with that Five of Swords speaking to me again. Eight of Swords is sometimes a victim mentality, especially like I'm seeing it with the Five of Cups here. It's like staying stuck in a negative thought loop with the King of Cups in reverse too, that's causing you to like become extremely emotionally dysregulated. And this may be a pattern that's been experienced in the generations before you. You may have watched one of your parents or caregivers or people close to you in your life growing up who chose to remain stuck in their pain. You might have had a really angry father figure or masculine energy, even if they weren't male, in your life that perhaps chose anger and chose dysregulation and chose a victim mentality instead of choosing to go get help from a therapist or take anger management courses, or, you know, that kind of thing. This could manifest in a lot of different ways. That's just one example. You know, another example could be, I'm getting told a more more maternal or feminine energy that you witnessed, and you might be repeating the cycle of staying stuck in their emotional despair and their pain, their heartbreak, instead of cultivating the inner strength, the mental fortitude that is required to alchemize that pain and turn that pain into power. If you're an artist, this is a call to really work on your art. How can you turn this pain into power? How can you turn this pain into prosperity? Whatever prosperity, abundance, wealth looks like for you. It doesn't have to be monetary wealth. It can be emotional wealth, spiritual wealth. There's a lot to work with here, Pisces. Will you do the work? Let's get some journaling prompts. Journaling prompts for Pisces or anybody watching. Thank you, Spirit. Describe 5 alternative lives you would like to lead and why. Yeah, this is a call to, like, some of you need to start a new life. Like, with the Ten of Wands, remember when I said, what would it look like if you set the whole bundle of wands down and walked away from it completely? Some of you need to start a new life. Some of you need to, like, if you have no other attachments to where you're living, like, some of you need to move. Some of you need to, some of you need to kick something to the curb, I'm hearing, or kick someone to the curb. Some of you need to start over, shed the skin of who you are. I mean, this could look like literally moving across country or moving to another country and becoming a new you. Becoming a new you. Describe 5 alternative lives you would like to lead and why. Death means transformation, transmutation. And it's much easier of a process sometimes when we know it's coming versus when a tower moment happens that rips everything from us. Sometimes we will receive divine intervention from our angels. A tower moment, if if that's what that is, really, divine intervention from source, goddess, universe, whatever you believe in. They will intervene on our behalf if we don't make the transitions ourselves. Okay? So this is time. this is time. This is the time to start really thinking about, what do you want your life to look like? Because you can shed the skin, you can die and become reborn as someone who's not carrying around 10 wands. List 10 things you're grateful for. Notice how you feel before and after doing so. And then the last one I'll pull is, which emotion do you have the most difficulty expressing and why? So this is for those of you that have been, when I said it might be manifesting, emotional dysregulation might be manifesting as avoidance, like completely shutting down your emotions. This is going to be for you. If you're that King of Cups in reverse energy. So a long time ago I heard, like, anger is really just a cover-up emotion for sadness. So maybe that's for someone. Maybe someone needed to hear that. If you want to screenshot these journaling prompts, they're up on the screen now. If that helps make it easier to actually remember to follow through. And remember, you can always save tarot readings when there's journaling prompts or something that you want to come back to for self-reflection. Definitely make a playlist and save them to the playlist so that you can come back. I do that with readings that I watch from other readers. Ooh, Pisces. So you have a lot of homework, honey. I'm very excited for you, though. This is beautiful. I am getting tingly, very tingly. I feel like I need to pull some other cards. Let's pull an oracle. And we'll see. Oh, yeah. I feel like a lot of you are going to be healing your masculine energy. It's just coming. Okay, thank you. Vision questing. All right, let's see. And cocoon. I did say metamorphosis, and we had the death card in another deck with a butterfly on it, and now we have cocoon with a butterfly coming out. So absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna actually read from the guidebook. Vision questing goes with describe 5 alternative lives you would like to lead and why. Okay, let's just read, pull through some messages, then we'll do charms, and we'll get you out of here on your way. Vision questing. If you are an indigenous person, indigenous to the lands of that are now called America, this might be a call. If that is something that's in your ancestry to go on an actual vision quest, that's just going to be for like one person watching. Okay. If that's you, let me know. That's really cool. Okay. The Seeker, which is you, you're the Seeker. The Seeker embarks on an odyssey of vision questing. This pilgrimage unearths a revelation. Beyond the quest for external treasures lies a profound yearning for the spark of an inner flame, a dream that kindles fire and passion within the depths of the soul. Breathe life into this sacred spark. Set your heart ablaze with the vision you hold most dear, and allow this fire to serve as your inner compass. Let it compel you to move forward boldly toward the life you desire. I'm going to read that one again. Let it compel you to move forward boldly toward the life you desire. And in order to do that, what do you need to do? You need to set those wands down, honey. You need to set the 10 of wands down. Set the burdens down. Shed the skin. Whew, this is amazing. With this sacred dream, allow it to guide you each morning and move in rhythm with the passion of your heart. It's not merely about seeking, it's about profound alignment with a resonated vision that serves as an eternal lantern, lighting the path toward a more purposeful existence. lighting the path toward a more purposeful existence. Yeah, that's absolutely what this reading is about. Describe 5 alternative lives you would like to lead and why. It's time to set it down. Set your old life down, honey. Shed that skin. It's time for it to die. Okay? Spirit could not be more clear. In this quest, the seeker becomes the weaver of dreams. Oh my goodness, the weaver. Ishtel? The Mayan moon goddess? Spider woman? Yeah, that's a message for somebody who is indigenous to the land that is now referred to as the Americas. Moon goddess, the Mayan moon goddess Ishtel. I think that's how you pronounce it. My apologies if I'm incorrect there. But the goddess of weaving, of creating. You're gonna weave a beautiful tapestry that will be your life, Pisces. In this quest, the seeker becomes the weaver of dreams, threading together the fabric of their destiny with strands of divine inspiration. And the third eye chakra is really coming through in this card, isn't it? Oh, what a gorgeous card. There's something about vision here, right? Okay. Next one, cocoon. Pisces, if you're still here, please do let me know you made it this far. Leave me a comment if this is resonating. Definitely like the video, give the video a thumbs up. That will help me grow this channel so that I can make this a sustainable project for me. And subscribe to the channel so that I can better tap into your energy and continue to provide readings for you. I do plan on offering private readings at some point, but right now I'm just focused on getting my collective together. Okay, so subscribe if you're interested in that. Oh, that's interesting. I went to a different card. I wonder if that... Interesting. Okay, cocoon. The card I went to was transcendence. So that word might be important for someone. Transcendence. All right, cocoon. The seeker finds themselves in a sacred stage of metamorphosis where the old must surrender to the alchemy of change. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's so many cards out. That's what temperance is. It's alchemy. Okay? And that's what the death card is. It's change. This is just so perfect. It's just so perfect. Thank you so much, Spirit. I just saw 3322 and was told to call that out, so that maybe that's an angel number you've been seeing a lot lately. 3322. Okay. The seeker finds themselves in a sacred stage of metamorphosis, where the old must surrender to the alchemy of change, paving the way for the emergence of something entirely new. Much like the caterpillar, you are being asked to dissolve and transform. To dissolve. It's a very painful process. Alchemy. And also being a caterpillar though into a butterfly. It's painful. They're literally dissolving into it's crazy. Though the darkness may make the seeker feel detached and alone, King of Cups in reverse, they must experience this part of their journey to embrace their rebirth's beauty. You begin to understand that the death of the old makes way for something new. While it may be tempting to try to control the outcome, allow yourself to be vulnerable and resist that urge. True transformation requires surrender and vulnerability. The Hanged One. Surrender and vulnerability. Allow yourself to be nourished by the creative impulses of the universe. Understand that what wants to emerge is more significant than anything you can imagine from where you currently are. Right, you have to go on a vision quest. Okay? Release the shackles of attachment. Oh, that's that Eight of Swords energy. Release the shackles of attachment, for in letting go, you make space for your wings to emerge, where you will ascend to heights with divine grace, guiding the winds. Oh, that is so beautiful, Pisces. Woo, let's get some charms. You're gonna transform, my love. If you've made it this far, you've made the decision to go into the cocoon. Now this next phase of doing shadow work, of shedding the skins, of removing the shackles, of attachment, of alchemizing the pain into prosperity and power and beauty so that you will be fully transformed. It's a painful process, but you're in it to win it. I'm hearing you're in it to win it. You're going to change your life, Pisces. That's so cool. All right, charms for Pisces. Charms can act as clarifiers or bring through additional messages. Often they are signs and symbols your spirit team will be showing you in the coming weeks, or that you've been seeing lately. Like it's confirmation, like, yeah, your spirit team's with you. They're with you. Thank you so much. All right, we have pine trees. So pine, the plant ally pine might be really helpful to you right now. There's something about being in the forest, if you can get into the forest. Okay, being told. Next charm, we have the infinity symbol. So, the magician, but also the strength card. We had the strength card come out. This is tying into that. But the infinity symbol also represents life, death, rebirth, that cycle of transformation. We have the snake charm. Oh, heck yeah. You are going to be shedding old skins, Pisces. You are going to be transforming. This is confirmation right here, babe. You've got this. You may feel like a broken vessel here. But you're not. You're still a beautiful work of art. You're going to alchemize your broken parts. When this charm fell, it fell straight down onto the Temperance card. You're going to alchemize your broken parts, okay, honey? But you have to, in order to do that, you have to, with the magnifying glass charm here, take a closer look. Shadow work. Take a closer look. Pisces, or anybody watching, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Please do subscribe to the channel and become a part of our soul family here at Dark Goddess Moon Tarot. And until the next time, I am sending you so much love. You've got this. Take care.